Hello students, welcome back. Okay, uh, see, last previous classes we have discussed about the particulate theory, that is was given by the Maupertuis, and also we have discussed about the different types of the fluid theory and also many different things also we have discussed about it. And let's start about the other things also, that is particulate theory. What is meant by particulate theory? See here, a French biologist, that is Maupertuis, proposed that each animal produces minute particles for reproduction. That means very small particles every organism is producing, and these small particles are only going to become the new organism, right? So individual formed by the union of particles of the two parents, that is you can see the produced by the both the parents, and also semen. These are all things also we have discussed, right? So next we have also discussed about the Charles Darwin experiments, and also what are the natures he has given. That is, he said that pangenesis, nothing but different particles make the different things, and also a small particle of the body is enough to give rise to young individual, like legs and hands and everything are going to develop. But this theory also not up to the mark. Thus, the young one has a blend mixture of the pangenes. Hence, here is the presence of the characters of the both the parents. This is what Charles Darwin, that is what given. That is, we also call it Darwin theory of the pangenesis. Next, let's talk about the very important scientist, that is Gregor Johann Mendel. So, I don't know students whether it is his bad luck or good luck or whatever the things, I don't know. But the thing is that he is unable to cope up, he unable to produce all the detailed description, and so many scientists did not accepted his experiments also, because it was all mathematical and calculations part are there, so they didn't accept it. So Mendel was the first to give the particulate theory of the heredity. What he said, he had experimented on pea plants to study how traits are transferred, right? Or inherited. Inherited means traveling or carrying from parents to their offsprings. He unfortunately failed to explain the cause of inheritance. That is what I told you, no? Unfortunately, very bad luck for him, because he has conducted so many experiments, but in his experiments he was unable to produce proper results. He failed to explain how parents are giving information to their younger ones. He also proposed various principles to explain the inheritance. Later on, other scientists led to the discovery of the genes and the chromosomes. Understood, students? Right. Gregor Johann Mendel is a scientist, full name, father of genetics. He is considered as an Austrian monk also, and studied the inheritance of the traits in the pea plants also, developed the laws of the inheritance, and stated that physical traits are inherited as a particles. Right, this is what the information was given by him, right? And the particles were actually the chromosomes and also DNA. These are the things what he has explained in a clear detailed description, students, right? So Austrian monks studied in the inheritance traits in pea plants, developed the laws of inheritance, stated that physical traits are inherited as a particles, and particles were actually chromosomes and DNA. Next, you see Mendel's experiments and laws of inheritance. Gregor Johann Mendel is appropriately called the father of genetics, because he is the first scientist where he developed the many things, and so that those things have helped us to find out how it is going to inherit from parents to their offsprings also. Next, with the help of the experiments on garden pea, he was able to formulate laws which explain the manner of inheritance and also character strengths. So, with these experiments only we come to know that how the things are taking place, how the genetical changes have been changed, right? Next, although Mendel described his results in 1866, his work was recognized only in 1900, because I told you now, after so many years of his experiments, they were not accepting only. Then when Mendel's laws were rediscovered simultaneously by three scientists. This is very important, students, underline it. Hugo de Vries, a Dutch biologist, and also Karl Correns, German botanist, and Erlich von Sermark, an Austrian botanist. So these are the three scientists. 1900 they rediscovered it. That is first you can see the Carl Correns, and he is the Carl Correns. He is Carl Correns, and he is considered as a Erlich Schermark. Okay, and next Hugo de Vries. Hugo de Vries, Schermark, and also Carl Correns are the three different scientists who rediscovered, and they made it easy. So mathematical expression made it very easy also. Next, some general terms where the scientists have used by him are, first one is dominant trait. So dominant means in our homes also we see obviously the father will be the more dominant, right? Sometimes mother will be dominant, sometimes brother will be more dominant, and dominant in the sense it's a normal word which you use where they demand to follow the rules and regulations, right? But when we do not follow them, they will get aggressive. That is the dominant nature. Here also dominant trait means the one who is following the characteristics in the next generation also. So the trait which appears in F1 generation is called a dominant trait. So the one who is appearing in the F1, even though two characters are there, so for example, if I tell you red color, when you are crossing with the white color flower, so what we expect in the next generation, we expect that red and white should express. But what happen in the medium, we can get the pink color also. They are compromised. Sometimes when we cross the other different black and white, white and black, when you cross, what happen? Who is dominant here? They may express either white or either black may express, whoever it may be dominant. That is the nature. Next, recessive trait means the trait which do not appear in F1 generation is called as recessive trait. It is denoted by the small letters, that is TT, dwarf, and dominant traits are always expressed in the capital letter, that is tall, TT. Understood, students? As you can see, allele and phenotypes, and what is the next character? See students, here also violet color and here light violet color is there, but who expressed here? This crane was came out, but that means this is a dominant, right? And this is dominant allele, right? Okay, I think you follow it, right? So what should we take here? Dominant and recessive. Next, he also crosses some of the experiments to identify that. What are those experiments? Right? Let's see. Monohybrid cross. First, in the name itself it is that it involves the study of inheritance of one pair of contrasting characteristics. Example, inheritance of tall and dwarf characters. That is the first case. Next, dihybrid cross. Then in that di means two characters he has chosen, okay, and trihybrid, three characters he has chosen. It may be color, height, size, or it may be only color and also height in the dihybrid, or only tall character in the monohybrid. So that is how the things will take place. Now let's talk about the monohybrid cross. Here have a look at this monohybrid cross here. So where he has chosen the only true breeding yellow pod. So yellow pod means the pea plant he has chosen. Only the color he has chosen. Next, true breeding green pod he has chosen. Next, whoever dominant here, this is dominant. See, when you are crossing with the recessive and when you are crossing with the dominant, who has to express? Dominant has to express. So here dominant has come, here also dominant, and here also dominant, here also dominant. So this we consider as a monohybrid cross. That means taking only one character is considered as a monohybrid cross. Next, you can see dihybrid cross, students, where he has chosen the round yellow character, round and yellow, and also wrinkled and green. He has chosen. So round one character he has chosen, and green color he has chosen, and also yellow color he has chosen, round yellow, and wrinkled green he has chosen. Understood, students? This is how the information. So I hope you follow, students. In the next class we will continue with the session, right? Okay.